Hello my friends and welcome for another whiskey review. My name is Dan and here I am today having a bottle of Monkey Shoulder in front of me, ready to nose it and taste it and share my impressions with you. This whiskey is not a single malt, but it is part of the blended malt whiskies category, formerly known as vatted malt whiskies. What I have here is a 700 ml bottle. Interesting heavy bottle showing 3 monkeys on the bottle shoulders as a symbol. It does not come with a presentation box. Bottled at 40% ABV, chill filtered and having some caramel added for color. Also no age statement, so I expect to be a young whiskey. What is a blended malt whiskey? As the name suggests, it is a blend made of several malt whiskies, but no grain whiskies, whereas a blended Scotch whiskey, like let's say Johnnie Walker Red, Black, Gold or Blue Label, contains several malt whiskies and 1 or more grain whiskies. William Grant & Sons are the owners of Monkey Shoulder. Does the name William Grant & Sons ring a bell? Of course it does. They are the owners of Glenfiddich. In 1886, William Grant opened Glenfiddich distillery in the Speyside region of Scotland to make Scotch whisky. The business did very well, so 5 years later, in 1891, William Grant purchased the nearby Balvenie distillery and began creating his own blends. Nearly a century later, in 1990, the Kininvie distillery would finally join the distilleries that William Grant & Sons continue to operate to this day. And I don't blame you if you never heard about this name, Kininvie, and that's because most of its malt production goes into blended Scotch whiskies. The Monkey Shoulder brand was developed in 2005 and it is labeled batch 27 as a reference to the original experimental batching of 27 casks. Now, runs of Monkey Shoulder are made 27 casks at a time, although the batches are not individually numbered. So nothing collectible here. Every single bottle you will buy will have the same batch number. Right? Clear, nice appearance in the glass. Bronze color due to the added caramel on the nose. Sweet and fruity. Sweet apples, honey, very decent nose, definitely on the fruity side, bananas, pears, pineapple. The American oak is here, developing some vanilla on the nose. The alcohol is gentle. Don't forget, we are talking about a 40% ABV whiskey. A nice, uncomplicated smell with no smoke. The original Monkey Shoulder blended Scotch whisky was produced from the 3 primary William Grant & Sons distilleries, Glenfiddich, Balvenie and Kininvie, but the rise in popularity of Monkey Shoulder in American market required the owners to pull in whiskies from other distilleries under their control to meet production demands. In case you are wondering about the unusual name, it comes from an historic occupational strain injury that floor malters suffered from in the early years of whiskey production. In the traditional method, malting of barley would be done across a large floor. This required constant turning of the barley, a task traditionally done by hand. And monkey shoulder is the name for the condition that some malt workers developed after long shifts, where one of their arms would hang down, similar to some monkeys. Obviously, this would no longer be permitted today. On the palate, smooth, sweet, and very easy to drink. Honey, barley sweetness with vanilla and caramel to balance out the sweetness. Enjoyable, but a little bit flat. Not much going on from the complexity point of view. Some ripe bananas, some oak in the background, and a young peppery note towards the end. The finish is quite short and dry, with a touch of vanilla. You know what? I'm gonna give it 8.2 out of 10. Yeah. You'll not find a great complexity in this whiskey, but it is a good sipper and a very good choice for the beginners. And this 8.2 is a malt mark, first class. Remember, Monkey Shoulder is a blended malt Scotch whiskey with no grain whiskies involved. 20 to 25 pounds per bottle in the UK make it good value for money, that's for sure. Thank you very much for being here. I will really appreciate your comments about my work here. If you want to receive notification from YouTube about my future reviews, then click the subscribe button, touch the bell, thumbs up if you like my videos, and until next time, Slanjava.